Bonnie with me. He's taking a nap in the corner. What I have today is I have some really fun, exciting stuff. We're going to practice our Leave It. So Leave It's really important for Bonnie because no matter where you are, there's always stuff that we don't want Bonnie to pick up and put in her mouth. So Leave It is before she gets it in her mouth, or once she gets it in her mouth, it becomes a Drop It. So I'm going to create a little Leave It maze for Bonnie. I've got some fun toys, and then I've also got some bigger, smelly, delicious treats. Now when I do the Leave It with Bonnie, I want to make sure that she stays on her leash because it's going to be a little bit easier to do the Leave It with her. I'm going to be able to give her leash a little jiggle, a little pull, tell her to leave it, and then she gets her treat. So I've got my squeakies that are super exciting. They all smell super yummy. And I'm going to grab Bonnie and we're going to make a little walk through and practice our Leave It. Come on, Bonnie. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Good girl. So we're going to pretend like we're going on a walk. Bonnie wants to go over and check something out. Leave it. Leave it. As soon as she turns her head, she gets a treat. Good. Leave it. Let's go. Come on. Leave it. Good. Leave it. Let's keep walking. Good job. So whenever we do a Leave It, once Bonnie leaves it, she never gets to pick it up. Leave It is forever. So come on, Bonnie. Let's go. Good girl. Good girl. Leave it. Good. Leave it, Bonnie. Good girl. Let's keep going. Come on. Good girl. So this is really important. If you drop anything, you want to make sure that Bonnie doesn't get it, whether it's medication, chocolate, any kinds of food that she's not supposed to have, even children's toys. You want to make sure that she doesn't get it, put it in her mouth, and chew it up. So, before she gets it in her mouth, it's a Leave It. Once it's in her mouth, you have to do a Drop It. So come on, Bonnie, let's go. Good girl. Leave it, leave it, leave it. Good, leave it. Let's go. She thought she was going to get to have that one. So you can use Leave It with anything. Anything. Good girl. You want to wait until she looks away from it, and that's when she gets the treat. Let's go. Come on. Keep going. Good girl. Good girl. Now another way to practice the Leave It is to hold a treat in your hand. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to open the treat, and I'm going to tell Bonnie to leave it. Leave it. Leave it. Leave it. So I'm not letting her have it. Okay, take it. Good girl. Good girl. So this is helping her understand between Leave It and Take It. It's kind of like getting her brain switched into action mode. She's trying to decide whether she's supposed to have it or she's not supposed to have it. So when I give her her word, like Take It, or I can give her her release word, and then that's when she gets it, whereas Leave It, she doesn't get it. Good girl. See, she's not even trying to go for it anymore. Leave it. Leave it. Okay. Good girl. See, she's looking at it and she's interested in it, but she knows until I give her that word, she cannot take it. Leave it. Leave it. Sit. Leave it. Okay. Good girl. Good girl. So this is one that you can practice. You can even do it in a fun little game. Have her choose one. But you want to make sure that even though the treat is right in front of her, if you're saying leave it, she cannot go for that treat. Once you give her her release word or you give her the okay, then she can have the treat. Good girl. Practice again. Leave it. Leave it. Leave it. Leave it. Bonnie. Okay. Good girl. So you're trying to get those words into her brain where Leave It means I can't have It's mine. So, good girl, Bonnie. Good girl. So practice the leave it with her on the leash. Anytime you guys are out walking, just practice it on different things. Like if you see like a bird or something, or if you see like, a lot of times dogs will poop and Bonnie will go over and smell it. You want to just tell her to leave it, give her leash a little jiggle, kind of like a little pull. As soon as she pulls away, give her her treat, say good, leave it. You can also practice the game. Make sure you have one treat in your hand, have it open, keep telling her no, leave it, and then as soon as she stops and isn't interested in it anymore, or is just sitting there waiting, then you can say, okay, and that's when she gets it. That'll help her with the release word as well as knowing when she's allowed to have something, okay? So this was Stephanie and Bonnie, and we were working on our leave it today.